Stolen Nation back again. And yo, listen, let's talk about Anthony Joshua, bro. So, hey, listen, as we know, the story, he went to Nigeria with his two friends that he's been with for a long time on his boxing journey. And, unfortunately, he had a car crash. Two of his friends died. He survived. The driver, he tried to do a runner. He got caught. But the sad story is Anthony Joshua lost his two friends, right? And he's not really spoke on the situation. He spoke about it with Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman leaked the conversation, forcing him to come out and apologize. Where, some people are saying that he did it on purpose. But listen, today's about Anthony Joshua, man. And, as you know my style, I don't like to watch videos first. I like to watch it live and direct with the Stolen Nation. Right? So that's what we're going to do, man. We're going to see what he's got to say about the situation. And, yeah, man, let's see what the boy AJ's got to say, people.
I'll much prefer to do that, but there's what I want. How's it going, everyone? I trust you're well. I hope you're well. So, I'm here in front of a camera. Unfortunately, I'm not speaking to all of you people live. If you know my character, I'll much prefer to do that, but there's what I want, and then there's reality. So this is the best way I could reach out to all of you far and wide, worldwide, who are showing so much love, care, support through that tragic, traumatic time where we lost Lats and Sina in Nigeria. Look, the last time I spoke to you guys was in Miami. We had so many plans to wrap up 2025, and we were on a mission.
Hey, listen, I think it's important to say this as well, because it all links to this as well. But, you had a lot of people that were saying that, it was a sacrifice, he sacrificed his friends. Some people saying that, you can't make so much money without some form of sacrifice in this type of world. Some other people saying that, hey, Jake Paul was supposed to beat him. He didn't go with the plan, so they tried to eliminate him. Even with the story, so imagine he was sitting on the side of where his friends died, and the driver told him last minute to swap seats behind him because apparently the driver couldn't see. So if the driver hadn't told him that, Anthony Joshua wouldn't have been here today. But listen, I just think it's always good to have difference in opinions, right? I don't like this channel to be an echo chamber where we all just stick to one narrative. I like to hear other people's perspectives. If you're saying that it was this, that, why do you think it was that, man? But anyway, back to the video.
We were on a mission. We went back home, went to see our families, and everything just got flipped upside on its head. And yeah, it's God's the best planner. We can't plan. We can plan to the best of our capabilities, but that was such an unforeseen circumstance that was out of all of our controls. And not only did I, not even want to talk about myself, not only did their parents, their uncles, their cousins, their friends, and myself lose two great men. We lost people that we dearly care about and that have been major players in all of our lives, major players in all of our lives. It's tough. It's really tough. I'm not going to sit here and show all of my emotions. I know in today's day and age, it's easy to microanalyze people and, pass judgment, but, I know what I feel, and that's what that matters to me. I know what my duty is. They're my brothers, they're my friends, first and foremost. And then we became business partners, we became hustlers, we became lieutenants, we became generals, we became everything. We became housemates, we were living together, do you know what I mean? It's a shame. It's a shame. Well, so there's that side of things, and then what can I say? One day my time will come, and I'm not scared either, at all. It's actually comforting knowing I've got two brothers on the other side. I've lost people before, but I don't think I've lost...
Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna lie, you can actually just tell that... You can tell that my man's trying to soldier it out for the cameras, bro. You can tell how tense he is. He's just staying firm. You can just tell by the language and that. And as he said, in this time, people try micro-analyzing things because he knows that he's hiding his emotions right now, bro. And Bro, listen, I've got a friend that got arrested, that got locked up, yeah, in December. Yeah, one of my good friends, and I wouldn't tell him this, yeah, but like low key, you know, kind of miss him a little bit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't tell you that though. But now, but for him to know that they're never gonna come back, he's never ever gonna see them again, bro. That's deep, man.
People like that, my left and my right, you know. Throughout this like journey that I've been on, you know, it's not easy, but I didn't even realize that I'm the big guy, you know what I mean? But I was walking with giants, man, that kept me protected, kept me shielded. But the mission must go on. I understand my duty. I understand like what they wanted to do for their families. So what my goal is to continue to help them achieve their goals. Even though they may not be here in the physical, when I pray at night, when I pray in the morning, I know spiritually they're going to aid me through, because it's not just physical strength that will get me through. It's going to take a lot of strength from the higher power. So I'm going to definitely be saying my prayers, and I'm going to help them fulfill their dreams for their families. Not only me, there's a whole team of us, the whole brotherhood, the whole sisters that will be helping fulfill their legacy and fulfill their dreams. But I know in my corner of the world, I know what I'm going to be doing, and I know what we're going to do to continue their, I don't want to say legacy, because I had a lot of those questions during my fight in Miami. How does this affect your legacy? It ain't about legacy, it's just doing what's right. And I know what I'm going to do what's right for them. I know what I've got to do. So yeah, I'm going to do what's right by them. I'm going to do what's right by their family. It's about what's important to me. And they're very important players. Very important.
And listen, you know what I find interesting as well, yeah? Like, you know when he fought Jake Paul, a lot of people saying that, you know, he's ruining his legacy by fighting Jake Paul and stuff. And I'm thinking, like, in what way is getting paid to do what you've been doing pretty much your whole life? What's your profession? You're getting paid a big sum of money. How is that ruining your legacy, bro? My man is an Olympic champion. He was the heavyweight champion multiple times. In what way is his legacy ruined, bro? Sometimes I just feel like people just like to talk for the sake of talking, man, because half the things people be saying, it just don't even make sense, bro. Like, anyway.
Team members, very important friends, and two of my brothers. So yeah, I don't think I mentioned the love and appreciation. It's all acknowledged by me, by them, by their families. 100%. We acknowledged the thousands and maybe going into millions around the world that show so much love to them both. I still can't get my head around, like, just my two friends, yeah, how popular, like, that's mad to me, because we just grew up, like, together, and then I'm like, wow, how, you know, because I've known them as my friends, but they've built such strong characters over the years. So they must have really spent time working on themselves and bettering themselves and becoming the men they were today. And I'm sure their parents 100% are proud of them, because I am. So yeah, I just want to say thank you. We saw the messages, the tweets, the social media, the YouTubes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, people, yeah, you know, when it comes to, like, him as a boxer, I didn't really, I didn't really, like, think he was, like, you know what it is, I can't lie, this current boxing era, though, is very weak in comparison to previous, bro. So I don't even think it's fair for me to even compare this current era with, like, the previous eras that we've had, you know. But yeah, you have to be an extreme, a very good boxer to be a world champion, you know. Because listen, most of us watching this, bro, if we got in the ring with fucking Anthony Joshua, bro, we're getting slumped, bro. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, talking about this though, I've got my own MMA and boxing journey starting, bro. I've already set up my page, Stoller Fit, where I'm gonna be doing, like, you know, my gym, boxing, MMA, 1-to-1 sessions. I got a session booked tomorrow as well. Yeah. So yeah, man. But I just thought, you know what? I've been covering this Anthony Joshua situation from the time he had a car crash. So I might as well just give my thoughts on the situation, because, you know, I'm seeing a lot of different opinions, man. You know, and I want to know what the Stoner Nation is thinking about, you know, the allegations about, you know, like, let's just say the conspiracies. Yeah, like, do you think it was, you know, just, you know, nature, a car crashes happen, or is there something more sinister going on? Yeah, but anyway, people, that's it from me. Like, subscribe if you like the video. Peace. I'm out.